Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Dorit Kemsley reveals the challenging ultimatum PK gave her. Really strong reaction. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member opened up about why she put her career on pause for her marriage. Dorit Kemsley has been so open about the faults in her relationship after separating from Paul PK Kemsley. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member has since filed for divorce from the British businessman and is now opening up about the uncomfortable conversation they had in the early days of their relationship. Before Dorit met PK, she worked in the fashion industry, moving to Italy in her 20s after graduating from college. But in an April 2025 interview with Rollercoaster magazine, Dorit revealed that she had talked with PK while they were dating about her pursuing her career or starting a family. The results of this conversation led her to put her career on pause to officially start their family together in 2014. It was the first fight that PK and I had, she admitted to the publication. PK and I were very codependent. I had my own business. I had my factories in Italy and in Hong Kong. So I had to travel and was selling all over the world. I was also looking to grow it bigger and bigger. PK and I were not the type of people to be independent. She continued, noting that she was also very involved in PK's career. I looked after him, and I was his right-hand person and confidant and advisor, so it was a decision I had made. It was either this relationship or this career, she said. So she chose her relationship. She admitted that she was mad about this ultimatum, but then immediately knew that they were the real deal. And at first, when he had said, one of us needs to give it up, and I think it should be you, I had a really strong reaction. I remember I stormed out and I went to go meet a girlfriend, she admitted. We had only been together for about a year, but it was different. I was engaged twice before PK to two wonderful men, and I didn't go down the aisle. And with PK, after 3 months, I felt like I'd known him my whole life. There was just something very different. It felt like two pieces of a puzzle that fit. My heart. Everything felt like this was my future, she admitted. It wasn't an easy decision, but ultimately, when you are faced with challenging decisions, you have to really think about what is in your best interest. PK was the choice for me, and to build a life with him. If given the chance, I would make the same choice. That decision led to Dorit and PK getting married and later welcoming their 2 children, 11-year-old son, Jagger Kemsley, and 9-year-old daughter, Phoenix Kemsley. Dorit told Rollercoaster that motherhood has given her so much purpose. Their lives are so much more important than my own, she said. I remember when I first became a mother, the first moment I was so overwhelmed with so many emotions. I was holding my little Jagger, with blonde hair and blue eyes, and I was so in love. She continued, admitting that having Jagger immediately made her selfless. You're thinking about what you need, what you want. Then all of a sudden, the first thought in the morning is him, she noted. So the biggest lesson is just how much more important they are, and how their well-being is far more important to me than my own. You will make sacrifices because of that. Dorit exclusively opened up to the Daily Dish about how Phoenix is taking after her. Read on for the details. In the latest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit Kemsley has opened up about the emotional turmoil she experienced after receiving a 9-page email from her estranged husband, Paul PK Kemsley. The email, which Dorit described as a barrage, outlined financial demands and custody threats that left her feeling blindsided and terrified. The ultimatum. The email was predominantly focused on financial matters, with PK's expectations that Dorit would take responsibility for the mortgage and all associated bills within a month or 2. It also included discussions about custody arrangements, lawyers, and threats of divorce if Dorit did not comply with his demands. Dorit admitted that she no longer recognized the man she once married. He is not a man I recognize at all, she told her fellow housewives during an emotional conversation. The aftermath. The content of the email left Dorit feeling overwhelmed and uncertain about the future. She questioned whether PK still wanted to stay married, expressing doubt about the possibility of reconciliation. "I don't think so. I don't think there's any intention of fixing things between us." Despite the gravity of the situation, Dorit revealed that she had a surprisingly friendly phone call with PK after the email incident. However, her friends Erica Jane and Bozoma St. John remained skeptical, fearing it might be a manipulative tactic. P's response. In the aftermath, PK admitted that he had used a sledgehammer to crack a nut, suggesting that his threats were exaggerated and that he would never follow through. However, Dorit did not find this explanation acceptable. She criticized PK's communication style, stating that he often made impulsive statements without considering their impact. Looking ahead, as Dorit navigates this challenging chapter in her life, she continues to focus on her well-being and that of her children. The situation remains fluid, and fans are left wondering what the future holds for Dorit and PK. For more updates on this developing story, stay tuned to The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and follow the latest news from the show. Dorit Kemsley has recently opened up about the challenging ultimatum her estranged husband, Paul PK Kemsley, presented to her during their separation. In a candid discussion on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, Dorit revealed that PK sent her a 9-page email detailing financial expectations and custody arrangements, which she described as overwhelming and emotionally taxing. She expressed that PK's communication style often involved impulsive statements and empty threats, which made it difficult for her to gauge the seriousness of his intentions. Dorit emphasized the importance of thoughtful communication, especially when discussing significant matters like their separation and co-parenting arrangements. The couple's relationship has been under public scrutiny, with their separation becoming a focal point on the show. Dorit has been navigating the complexities of co-parenting their 2 children while managing the emotional challenges of their separation. She has also been addressing the financial implications of their split, including discussions about property and financial responsibilities. Throughout this process, Dorit has remained focused on maintaining a positive environment for their children and has expressed a desire to understand PK's perspective better, despite the difficulties they are facing. As the situation continues to unfold, Dorit's openness about the challenges she is facing provides insight into the complexities of navigating a public separation while prioritizing family and personal well-being.